Okay. And hello and welcome to another tropical cyclone update here. We will be talking about three systems in fact in this tropical update, 94P, 93S and 09, I think it is, depressing near Fiji. And we will have David Tones, our host of this tropical update, to go through these systems with you all. So over to you, David Tones.
Thanks, Lee. We've just been looking at a satellite imagery that's just become available via the NOAA for Lee. I think it's 93P, which is up in the Gulf of Carpentaria.
It's 94P.
94P. We have on the screen now the latest advisory from the Bureau of Meteorology. I think it'll be the Brisbane office. Tropical cyclone outlook for the northern region, including the entire Gulf of Carpentaria. A tropical low is likely to form within the monsoon trough over the Gulf of Carpentaria overnight Tuesday or during a Wednesday. As long as the low remains over water, conditions are generally favourable for the tropical low to strengthen. There is a moderate chance of it reaching tropical cyclone intensity. The system is then likely to move inland across the top end as a tropical low during the weekend. For the percentages of development, Thursday moderate, Friday moderate. Now we also have a update for the Coal Sea issued at 14:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The monsoon trough will remain active in the northern Coal Sea over the coming days. A number of transient low pressure systems may develop on the trough. However, atmospheric conditions are unfavourable for cyclone development. And for Thursday, Friday league, it goes from very low tomorrow to
up it
low.
slightly. Yeah, up it ever so slightly, but the chances of this developing are very, very slim. Quite a bit of winds here, very high winds here in the area, so in my book I would say they're absolutely right. There will be no tropical cyclone development in this area. So carry on, David.
Okay, currently on the screen we are looking at the upper divergence. Now, leaving aside the Coal Sea, or perhaps I should say that the Weather Bureau has its eyes on a 1002 hectopascal low with clockwise winds to within 240 nautical miles. What we are focusing on is the possible development of the system up there in the Gulf of Carpentaria.
Yes, that's 94P. Yeah, that's the one that may have the possibility of some sort of development, medium development. So I would be surprised if we do get a system. It could be another Oswald, if you like. But we will see if that happens within the next few days. So David, I'd like us to move across to talk about 93S if you like that big one.
Okay,
It's off the northwest there,
93S.
so David, back to you.
Just quickly, I'll bring up the latest.
Bring up the business, yeah.
From
I think
the
that system's worth
Western
keeping
Australia. Yep.
an eye on. 93S.
Okay, this
Here we
is
are.
the latest from the Bureau, although it will be another 2 hours before it gets updated. Okay, the monsoon trough is active over the Browse Basin, Timor Sea, the Arafura Sea, waters north of the Pilbara. A weak low is forming near the West Kimberley coast. The system will slowly develop while moving west or southwest away from the Kimberley coast.
That's a very interesting one. I think there's a kind of moderate chance, I would say, of this one developing due to due to high sea temperatures. We're looking at between 30 and 32 C. So I would not be surprised if this system does develop into another system similar to the last two that we've seen develop in this region. So back to you, David. Sorry about that.
Thanks, Lee. I've got 93. I was just going to do some switching for our viewers. I'm currently switching between two computers. Okay, Lee, on the screen is 94p.
Well, I don't actually see
and
that.
I think you should have it.
I've got it now. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 94p.
That is.
The next update from the Western Australian office will indeed be interesting to see what intensity it is, but looking at the observations, it's around, what did I say, 990.
Yes, it's definitely quite low in the pressure side, 94p. But will it develop? We will see within the next few days or so. At the moment, it looks like a kind of mess of thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms, and rather heavy rain at this time. But as you know, in this wonderful planet Earth, anything is possible. So I would not be surprised if we do see something from this system. So over to you again, David.
Thanks, Lee. With limited access to what I'm seeing on the screen, Lee, I'm just going through the various flavors for the for 93S. Sea surface temperature was 32, 31, yes. 30, 29. And sea surface temperature really isn't a issue.
Sorry to interrupt, David. I would like us to see a rainbow imagery of 94p.
94p.
Just to see if we can. Yeah, just to see if we can see if that can show us the centre. See if there's actually a centre with the rainbow. Just to see. I just want to see so the viewers can see another image, because this one's not very clear. So
okay, now I'll switch back to 94p, and you want the rainbow.
I want us to see the rainbow imagery of 94p. Just for the viewers to give them another.
I think I've got it.
Just so they can make their mind
You want
up.
The rainbow, okay?
Yeah, just to see if they can
right,
make their mind
coming
up
on the screen now.
Okay, let's
so
have
Lee, you should have the.
Yeah, it's just loading at the moment.
There it is.
It's coming. Come on, that's us. No, it's not very clear at the moment. It looks
Not
as
very
if it's
clear.
just a mess of thunderstorms at the moment. So I just wanted to get David to show that for the viewers. Before I go this evening, I would like us now to look at tropical depression 09 near the Fiji Islands. So I've not done that system yet. So I'd like you to get that for us, David.
Okay, well what I'll do, as this will be a short update, I do intend to do another update
Right.
as soon as the information comes through from the Bureau. Now Lee, would you like to tell our viewers how one can engage with the Force 13?
Oh yeah, I may as well say about this. You can do 09 later then. You can also follow Force 13 through Twitter, through a Twitter account, through Facebook, and also through Skype and Full 13 for all your weather chat with, that is Nathan by the way, Full 13. And we also have our new platform Discord, which will be Full 13 hashtag 9095 to get through on Discord. But also please follow David's channel too, Force 13 AU, and Oceana will be hoping to bring up some new content for that channel as soon as possible. Hopefully we'll be doing some video updates and also live events in the near future for that channel, if you don't mind me saying, David. We'll be doing live updates of cyclones that develop, and also video updates just like this for the Force 13 EU and Oceana page. And also, I also do my own climate shows as well, which I will be doing again in the near future. They will be on a Thursday evening at 11 UTC. That'll be around 9 AM for the eastern side of Australia, where David and Lachlan come from. So my next show will be probably in the next few weeks, where we'll be talking about the upcoming weather season for the spring in the Northern Hemisphere, and also the autumn in the Southern Hemisphere. So I will be looking forward to bringing that information to you all. So in the meantime, we will be closing this video update, and I'll hand over to David for any final words. So David Dawes, over to you.
Thanks for that, Lee, and we all always appreciate your input, your knowledge, and on behalf of Lachlan, who is to myself on the Gold Coast, Lee, who is actually based over in Scotland, and Jason, who is our technical expert, he's based over in Perth, and young Jason is going to get some much needed rainfall, and in my next update I will cover the rainfall scene. But for me personally, we are in heat wave conditions, and I'm hoping that this monsoon trough gets pulled in towards my location. So for now, bye.
Good night, everyone. We stopped to do it.